Imam Abdul Rahman al-Awzai was born in the year 707 in the city of Baalbek in Lebanon during the reign of the Umayyad Caliphate. From a young age, al-Awzai was known for his truthfulness and fearlessness in the face of injustice. After completing his studies, he became an Imam and was soon noticed by the Umayyad government due to his eloquence. The Umayyads eventually appointed Imam al-Awzai as a judge. However, he soon resigned from his position due to the corruption of the Umayyad judicial system. When the Umayyad dynasty was overthrown by the Abbasids in the year 750, Imam al-Awzai spoke out against the mass executions of former Umayyad officials by the Abbasid Caliph known as Al-Safa. Al-Safa felt threatened by Imam al-Awzai and offered him a position as a judge in the new Abbasid government. But Imam al-Awzai rejected this offer. During the reign of the Abbasid Caliph known as Al-Mansur, the Abbasids continued to try and tempt Imam al-Awzai with political positions, and Al-Mansur sent him a large amount of money and gifts. However, Imam al-Awzai gave away all of the money to the poor. Imam al-Awzai also protected religious minorities such as Christians, and he once rejected the decision of an Abbasid governor to expel all Christians from Mount Lebanon after some Christians revolted against the Abbasid government. Imam al-Awzai sent the Caliph a letter stating that it was unfair to punish all Christians for the crimes of a few. As a result of this letter, the decision to expel the Christians was reversed. On another occasion, Imam al-Awzai wrote a letter to the Abbasid Caliph calling on him to reduce the unjust taxes that he had imposed on the Christians of Lebanon. Besides criticizing internal government policies, Imam al-Awzai also condemned the bad conduct of the Abbasid army during their wars against the Byzantine Empire. After receiving a letter from Muslim prisoners of war who had been captured by the Byzantine army, Imam al-Awzai wrote a letter to the Abbasid Caliph calling on him to pay for the ransom of the prisoners. As a result, the Caliph paid the ransom and the prisoners were released. During his time on the front lines of the war between the Abbasid and Byzantine empires, Imam al-Awzai also noticed the un-Islamic conduct of the Abbasid army against Roman civilians. He issued a fatwa stating that it was impermissible for the Abbasid army to use catapults against Byzantine fortresses which contained non-combatants, such as women, children, and the elderly, even if the Byzantine army was using them as human shields. After returning from the front lines, Imam al-Awzai continued to preach against all forms of tyranny and injustice until his death. Through his letters and speeches, he mediated the release of multiple political prisoners, and he also called for social reforms, such as putting an end to the practice of beating servants and workers. Imam al-Awzai passed away in the year 774 in the city of Beirut, leaving behind only 7 dinars, as he had given most of his wealth to the poor. His funeral was attended by Muslims, Jews, and Christians.